Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is Mab, your daily fills of learning. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 facts about the new NASA mission, Artemis II. So, without further ado, let's get started. Fact 1. The NASA Artemis program. The Artemis program of NASA aims to send the first female and individual of color to the moon, resulting in a comprehensive investigation of the lunar surface. The NASA will collaborate with its corporate and global partners to establish the first lasting human robotic presence on and around the moon. This venture is a crucial step in advancing space exploration by utilizing the knowledge acquired from the moon as a stepping stone towards the next milestone of sending astronauts to Mars. Fact 2. The Big 3 Artemis mission. There are currently 3 Artemis missions in flight: the Artemis I, an unmanned test flight that circled and flew past the moon, completed on December 11th. The Artemis II, a crewed flight beyond the moon, which will carry humans farther than they've ever traveled in space. And the Artemis III, which will land the first female astronaut and the first astronaut of color on the moon and involve spending a week conducting scientific research there. Fact 3. The reason why NASA wants to go back in moon. The moon is a scientific treasure trove full of opportunities, and NASA wants to return there because it will serve as a stepping stone to their largest mission, a trip to Mars, where people will eventually settle. Future exploration, including a mission to Mars, will require new technology, capabilities, and economic strategies, which the Artemis program will showcase. And learn more about the moon's origin and past to gain a better understanding of our solar system as a whole. Fact 4. Why is Artemis the name of the program? The twin sister of Apollo and the lunar goddess Artemis in Greek mythology. So, the connection to the expedition that sent the first humans to the moon over 50 years ago is obvious. Meanwhile, the crewed spacecraft is known as Orion. One of the most recognizable constellations in the sky is Orion, and in classical mythology, Artemis's hunting partner. Fact 5. The Artemis I. Previously known as Exploration Mission 1, this unmanned expedition served as an extensive trial for the Space Launch System (SLS) and the Orion module. The SLS is the strongest rocket ever constructed, producing 8.8 million pounds of thrust during takeoff, which is 1.3 million pounds more potent than the Saturn V rocket used in the Apollo missions. The Artemis I mission traveled 450,000 kilometers to reach the moon, where it orbited at an altitude of 400 kilometers above the lunar surface before traveling roughly 64,373 kilometers beyond into deep space. Following a 5.5-day voyage, the module landed in the Pacific Ocean near California on 11 December. Fact 6. The Artemis II. During this mission, the Artemis program will undertake an unprecedented crewed spaceflight that will transport humans deeper into space than ever before. The team of 4 will use the Orion module, launched by the SLS rocket, to travel a distance of 7,402 kilometers beyond the far side of the moon, make a lunar flyby, and return to Earth. The duration of the mission will be around 8 to 10 days, during which they will collect vital flight test data. Fact 7. The Artemis III. Following the 1972 Apollo 17 mission, the upcoming third expedition to the moon is intended to accomplish the first-ever moon landing. The Orion module will carry a team of 4 astronauts who will carry on the legacy of the Artemis II mission by docking with the Lunar Gateway and spending 30 days in space. Using the human landing system, 2 astronauts will travel to the south pole of the moon, a territory that has never been explored by humans before. The explorers will spend approximately 1 week on the lunar surface, conducting various scientific investigations and exploring the area. Their tasks will include gathering water ice, which was discovered on the moon for the first time in 1971. Fact 8. The Artemis program help us to land on Mars. Although traveling to the moon takes only 3 days, reaching Mars requires a much more challenging and extended journey. The Artemis program aims to provide the foundation for private enterprises and international space agencies to establish a lunar settlement and economy. The long-term objective is to use this experience to propel human exploration towards Mars. Fact 9. The advancement towards space travel for tourists. The future where anyone can venture into outer space is not too far away. Some companies that specialize in space tourism offer this experience at present, but it comes at a significant cost. This type of tourism also promotes the mission of advancing technology and exploring space. Perhaps in the future, space tourism may become more affordable and individuals will be able to enjoy the sensation of zero gravity. Fact 10. The progression towards establishing colonies in space. The Artemis program's mission to establish a sustainable human robotic presence on the Moon will provide little by little, but valuable knowledge and resources that can aid in the slow and steady development and advancement of technologies necessary for future space colonization efforts. We've come to the end of our list of the top 10 facts about NASA's Artemis mission. We hope you have gained valuable insights from this information. Remember to show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel for more educational content like this. Thank you and see you again tomorrow.